So, I feel a rant coming on. I feel a rant coming on. So, this video comes with the usual disclaimer. I may be talking bollocks. Of course I'm talking bollocks. I'm always talking bollocks. See if we can do the whole journey home in first gear, shall we? Shouldn't be too difficult. Let's try it for a giggle. So, this week's rant, I've started so I'll finish, is about Uber. It's not really about Uber, actually, it's more about TfL. More about TfL, the status quo, and people not wanting to change things because self-interest, all that other bollocks. I'm going to see if I can do the whole thing in first gear. So, Uber. We hear news today that TfL have decided, in their infinite wisdom, that Uber is no longer allowed to operate in London. The reasons that they've cited for it, apparently, are that the drivers are unlicensed and uninsured. Yeah. Now I'd like to give you the whole thing from my perspective, and I haven't really been, heavily invested in the system as such. Oh, come on, put your foot down, you canut. No. Could have done. Probably would have done on the VFR. But, I can see you. Come on. Now I'm going to be stuck here for about a month. Oh, this bloody traffic. Alright, that's my cue to get the fuck out of here. Right then. TfL have announced that Uber is not allowed to run in London. Uber, as in the app, on my phone, has notified me that Uber will continue to run in London and will be appealing the decision, and that you can continue to use Uber. Now my argument, dude, go. So my argument then is, come on mate, fuck off. It's fucked off elsewhere. Fucking hate these wing mirrors, I can't see shit. My argument is, nice, doesn't give a fuck, does he? Prick. Looks like today might be one of those days. Watch out. The Uber system, the notification, yes. So Uber has notified everyone that they will still continue to operate taxis and that you can continue to use them. You continue to book them via the system. Now, my understanding of Uber is it's an app that was developed by some people, possibly even a company, possibly even a limited company, possibly even with the initial intention of making millions out of what, in my opinion, is a fucking brilliant idea. To walk you through the process, I mean, we all kind of know this, so it's not really worth it, but ordering a taxi in London, well, if you're in central London, it's easy enough. You just look up and you look for one of those taxi signs on the front of the vehicle and you put your arm up. You're not allowed to shout at them, I discovered the other day. You have to just put your hand up and hope they see you. Not allowed to shout taxi. Which was half the fucking fun of getting a black cab. So nice and easy if you're in central London, or if you're in sort of northish London and or any of the major touristy areas, you'll find that there's plenty of black cabs to go around. Look, there's one over there. And he hasn't got his light on. He's probably on his way home or taking someone. No, he's on his way home. There's no one in the back of that. Or if you live in South London and you know the area, you can phone your favourite private hire company, taxi company, minicab, whatever. They will go by different names. Not sure if there's any real differences between them. And you can say, oh hello mate, yeah, of your 6 cars that you've got, are any of them available to come and pick me up from here and drop me off here? Yes mate, we can do that in about an hour. Oh, fuck's sake. Alright, let me try and ring around. Alright, fine, hang up, go and look for the next number. Try again. Yeah, nothing tonight mate, I can do it tomorrow. No, that's no good. And you dick around, you go through the whole fucking process of trying to find a taxi driver willing to take you somewhere. It can be a bit of a dick, you know, especially if it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and you're fucking coked off your tits or whatever. Nice. Do you know what? I just can't be arsed tonight. Or, you know, it's not too bad if you're sort of coming out of a pub and you're pissed. You know, most sort of major centres around, in and around London, southeast London, you can just potter along until you see one of those sort of yellow flashing signs that says taxi, and you can pile in there, try not to offend anyone, be on your best behaviour because they won't let you in otherwise. Yeah, excellent. Right, are you going in front of the DPD? I bet he does. He's eager, I can tell he's eager. He's going to go, no he's not, fucking hell. But if you're around a mate's house and you're like, oh fuck it, you know what, I'm too pissed, I can't ride, I'm going to need to get myself some form of taxi home. Previously you had to go through this fucking dance with looking for local taxi numbers and finding them, phoning them, waiting, probably not, sometimes not being answered, generally it's always answered, sometimes not being answered. Come on, you've got right away. And all that other, oh fuck, all that other good stuff. And then Uber came along. You download an app, you install it, you set up your payment details, which can be a bit of a dickhead. Setting up anything's a dickhead though. But once you're set up, you open up the app. You can link it to your PayPal account as well. It's like, fucking, it's brilliant. Once you're set up, you open up the app. It knows where you are because there's a live map in front of you. It shows you lots of spinning Priuses. Because, you know, it has to work out the orientation of where these things are going, and it does take a bit of time sometimes. It's a comical effect. And you can either say, oh, I'll press that home button please, because I'm just out and about, I'm half cut and I just want to go home. And you press the home button and it says confirm, and you go, oh yeah, alright, fine, confirm. And it brings up the map and it says your taxi is this one. It gives you all the details, the license plate number, the name of the driver, his license number, if that is applicable, blah, 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 blah. I can't say I've ever really looked. I just trust that whoever's driving me is willing to take whatever fucking risks he insists on taking. You know, if you're driving around without a fucking licence and without insurance, Jesus Christ, it's a prison sentence, I've been told. So it seems like, you know, a bit of a mad thing to do. Why not just go and get a licence and pay for your insurance? With all the money you're making off of Uber. So you get this, you get Mohammed in his Prius. No, I'm not being racist. Genuinely, they're all called Mohammed and they all drive Priuses. I'll book one and you'll see. So yeah, you know, it's a great fucking system. You see your one driver coming towards you. You see him drive past you because, you know, he's high as a fucking kite on Jamaican salad, African salad, sorry, a bit racist. And you wait, and eventually he figures it out, and he turns around. You watch him do a spin, a full 180 in a fraction of a second, and then eventually he makes his way over to you, and he knows exactly where you are because your phone's pinging, his phone's pinging, and we all know where we all are. So basically, you're sitting there, you're chatting with your man, and you go, "Oh, let's get a fucking cab." So you go, "All right." Open up the app, hit the home button, confirm, and within something like 3 to 5 minutes you've got a taxi sitting outside wanting to know why you're not outside. And they're very forgiving when it comes to that sort of thing as well. And then you sit in the taxi, he takes you to your destination which you've pre-programmed in. If you've hit the home button, then it's pre-programmed. If you've decided to find a destination, then he does that, and then you get out. You don't have to fucking dig around for your wallet. You don't have to do any of that fucking annoying shit, such as paying for it, because it's all automated payments. Now, I'm not telling anyone anything they don't already know. If you didn't know this about Uber, where the fuck have you been? If you didn't know this about Uber and you live in London, where the fuck have you been? So, fucking Transport for London, bunch of cunts, have decided that because of a few bad apples or whatever, I really didn't know he was there, that's a cunt. Because of a few bad apples and some dodgy situations, there have been cases of unlicensed drivers raping young females and presumably getting into crashes without insurance, or without liability insurance for their customers, all that sort of business. Now fine, alright, I get that. That is absolutely, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have a problem with people having a problem with that aspect. It's the app. It's the convenience of the app. It's the fucking brilliance of the app that I have a problem with. It's a massive fucking step forward in transporting yourself around in London. I mean, I'm not saying use Ubers every day, because, they are taxis at the end of the day. It can cost you a few quid. But in terms of the general convenience of having the system, it's fucking brilliant. It's a major step in the right direction. It also is probably responsible for me taking slightly more taxis than I ever would have done. I don't know what you're doing, thanks. Just want to make sure you know I'm here. Yeah, I've probably, particularly when I had my accident, I was sitting outside the hospital and I was looking at buses going past me and I was like, oh, do you know what, fuck it. 15 quid to an Uber. Whereas it would have cost me £2 on the bus. So, yeah, it's generating money in a sense. And you don't see black cabs around here. So my question is, who licenses black cabs to A, drive a vehicle, DVLA, B, it's not by BM, is it? B, have insurance. Who makes sure that they have insurance? Presumably it's the same people that make sure I have insurance on my motorbike. ANPR and all that sort of, the police pulling you over and all that. A bit worried there. I heard lots of beeping. I didn't really understand why he was doing it. It's a fucking system, isn't it? And above all else, who gives them their license to drive their taxis and pick up passengers? Well, it's Hackney Carriage. That bit is, anyway. So why the fuck can't Hackney Carriage, black cab drivers and taxi ranks and minicab systems, services, all get together and go, do you know what, this Uber app's fucking brilliant. Why don't we get on the Uber app? Why don't we make it easier for our customers to get hold of us? Maybe it's because Uber is a separate company and refuses to have black cab drivers. Now I know that there are minicabbers, you know, the same guys that you'd pick up through, you know, finding them on the street. Well, they've always been a bit iffy. Always a good chance you're going to get raped or murdered if you get one of those. Well, that's the same kind of people that are driving the minicabs for Uber. And then you get the taxi rank guys, which have got their own fucking rank, but still insist on putting themselves on Uber as well, because they know that that's how they get their customers. And at the end of the day, the whole fucking reason why anybody transports anybody about in their car or a car is to make money to pay for the roof over their heads, which makes you wonder what the fuck is going on in you know, what the fuck is going on in TfL's mind, because what they're essentially saying is, of the X hundreds and thousands or tens of thousands or a couple hundred Uber drivers that there are in London, we're just going to put you out of work, so you've got to find another job now. Massively inconvenience a whole fuck ton of people. It's beggars belief quite what's going on in the minds of these people. But you know what's going on in the minds of these people. It's a simple case of Hackney Carriages losing out on tens, hundreds or whatever, thousands of pounds by not licensing these guys. Come on, mate. By not licensing these guys. And there was a big old fucking hoo-ha about a couple of years ago, I think, when sort of Uber came out and started being a little bit more famous or getting used a bit more. There was a big hoo-ha between the cabbies and whatnot, and everybody was unfriendly. Minute there, I thought he was actually gonna. Oh, I just can't corner on this thing. I'm so slow. Anyway, so my question is to TfL and, you know, black cab drivers everywhere. Why can't you implement the Uber system for your customers? Why can't the Uber system be adapted? Jesus fucking H crossed the body. Why can't the Uber system be adapted to work in conjunction with hailing black cabs? I see blue flashy. I see blue flashy not moving. I see blue flashy pulling someone over. Sounds good to me. Blue and red flashy. I see another police car. Blue and red flashy and another police car. Is there everybody's just? Oh no, he's doing whatever it is he's doing in the supermarket. Probably buying his dinner. Fucking hell, those things can be obnoxious. So yeah, why can't you all just fucking get on the Uber system? And more importantly, why the fuck are there, you know, people being allowed to drive people around who are rapists, murderers, and thieves, probably? For the record, all the Uber drivers that I've ever had, probably numbering around about 25 to 30, all of them have been alright geezers. You know, have either sat down and had a chat. No, actually, that's not true. There was one who was just fucking weird. Weird with a capital weird. Don't know where he was from. But he was weird. I don't know how else to describe it, to be honest. I had no conclusions other than, you know, he was maybe dropped on his head as a child, or something had happened in his life which made him socially inept beyond the usual sort of, you know, oh, I'm socially inept simply because I work in IT. I'm socially inept, but this guy, wow, something else. Oh, go on. Thank you. And if I time this right, I should be able to get on just as the light turns greeny. Perhaps not. Better not to be honest, given the circumstances there. So yeah, come on, fucking Transport for London. Don't just go and ban an awesome. You know, don't just seal the fucking death of an awesome app, which is a modern thing. You know, it's progress. And the reason why I'm so upset, and you know, I've put it all down in a Facebook status update, is because it's like the one good thing. And I'm not saying Uber's the best thing since sliced bread. I'm simply saying Uber is a good thing. And you know, it's, can he get through? If he can get through, I can get through. Uber is a good thing, baby. Whoa! Good morning. Cunt. Oh, that'll be it. That's nice, and they're giving us a little launch pad. Let's see how much I can spin the cunt up. Nice of him to move over. So yeah, it's a great app, and they want to, you know, stop Uber drivers for whatever reasons, real reasons. Because let's face it, you don't find out any of the real reasons behind anything. People hypothesise, people guess. I want to get some food tonight. Kind of do, but at the same time, it's a bit of an arse ache. I have to go and buy food. Fuck it. Let's go and feed myself. Past UGG. It's excellent license plate you got there. You suggesting you were in some way fast. Half ugg. Half ugg. I mean, what a knob. It's fucking raised lettering as well. Triple knob. Whoop. I find myself more worried about drain covers riding this bike. Can't imagine why. Yep, I'll take that one if you don't mind. Thanks very much. Technically, highly illegal and criminal, and I should be fucking hanged. Because, you know, it could have been a baby running around that corner. Oh yeah, perhaps I thought about that. Fucking hate this place. I'm going to leave the camera on. Fucking hate this place. It's a proper miserable, cunting place. Miserable to the extreme. Alright. Don't dick around. Straight in, straight out. Just want some food. Oh, I know what I'm talking about. Of course I'm going to fucking dick around.